Hey everyone, J-Rod here. Welcome to today's Highlights Lowlights video. Today I've got a nice little compound fight for you guys. It's one of those kind of nail-biter compound fights where you go down and then you get picked back up again right in the thick of things. And a lot of people will try to run and hide necessarily, because you don't want to die immediately again. But sometimes you just don't have time for that. And whenever you get into those situations and you get used to kind of being in the situations, you just pretty much act and not worry about your health. And you'll see how that turned out for me.
There's still one that I have voucher, man. You can loot everything. Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that was intense, right? Like I said, sometimes you get rezzed and you just have to move. And fortunately, in this case, that worked out for all of us. I don't know how I couldn't really see that guy that climbed up the ladder. I knew he was there, and I was peeking through the cracks, and he was just happened to be right on the left side there. Probably should have just shot him through the wall, but I figured let me just hop out and close in on him. And thankfully, my teammates were able to hit the shot, and we didn't get to see me possibly fail that. Speaking of fails, though, this is a highlights and lowlights video, so here comes the low light. Sometimes you have these days where you're kind of hot and cold, and that was my day this day. And the cold side of things, man, I had this match where I just could not hit these people. And like I would see them early, I could line them up, and just for whatever reason, my sights just weren't meeting them. And even it all even boiled down to decision making. Sometimes I'm usually top of my game, and I'm kind of thinking through all of my perks and everything that I have equipped on my hunter. But sometimes you just, in the heat of the moment, you're like, oh, I'm going to finish this. And it's a coin flip, and sometimes you don't win the coin flip, even when you have looks like 90% odds. Yeah, so looking back at that, I was definitely frustrated in the moment, but man, like, I swear I was close enough. it doesn't matter if they're moving side to side. I can see how I miss because obviously the reticle, even though you can't see, is not directly on the hunter. But if you're in that particular proximity to a hunter and you have a swing that kind of moves left to right, you should at least connect for some damage. So I felt a little bit robbed there, especially because I was also in that same proximity and he was able to get the knife while looking sideways. So it's probably more of a connection thing. But man, like I even think I had necro in that play and I should have just necroed my teammate, but I just wasn't thinking. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to finish it. I was frustrated from not hitting all my other shots, so that's how it goes sometimes. But here in this next clip, this is one of those clips where you're tracking some other team that you hear in the distance, and as you're coming across, in this case, we're coming across the bridge, and I'm telling my teammate, "Did you hear that?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure I heard something." And then you hear something again, and you're like, "Yeah, I know I heard something." And then the fight is like immediately happening right behind that. So that's a nice little kind of all hell breaks loose moment. And then after that, we've run into this cheeky redneck, and I don't remember whose team he was part of, but man, like the shots that he was taking at me felt absolutely disrespectful. And even if the bounty was getting away, I was not going to let this guy get away with that. Yeah, I was taking no prisoners on that day. Even though the bounty got away, like I said, at least we got my bounty in this case. This redneck that I don't know why, I don't know how he happened to tell me, but man, I was frustrated how he was shooting at me and the situation where we just got done with the fight. We were healing up. I was just trying to get over to the other compound to get involved with that fight, and here this guy is just all by himself underneath this house, keeping me and my partner from safely getting to the bounty. So I was like, man, if they're going to get away, you're not going to get away, and I'm going to make sure of it. And so, as you can see with the trap and the fire, we were going to make sure that even if it was a solo and he had self-res, that he wasn't going nowhere. So thanks very much for watching to the end. I really appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate anytime somebody leaves me some great feedback in the comments. And, thanks very much for tuning into my videos every week. You guys have a good rest of your day and enjoy the outro.